Morning. I am servant. I am Pisces. I'm still lounging this morning. Hadn't even got out of my sweats yet. Anyhow, sons of God, children of God. Are you the children of God? Are you the sons of God? Who are you? Do you know who you are this morning? What's going on with you? How's your day going? How's it going to go? Spend the time with the Father? Just an hour a day. Let's break it up. 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the afternoon. That'd probably work better. Precept, statutes, commandments, testimony. Maybe you're having a hard time. Jesus on your lips. Okay? Legions of angels. Ask for help. He'll be right there in a minute. And it come to pass, this is the wickedness of mankind. And it come to pass when the men began being to multiply on the face of the earth, and the daughters were born unto them, and the sons of God, the most high righteous love, saw daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. And the Lord, the most high righteous love, said, My spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God, the most high righteous love, came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown. And God, the most high righteous and love, saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And it repented the Lord, the most high righteous and loved, that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. And the Lord, the most high righteous and loved, said, I will destroy man, whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and fowl, and creeping thing, and fowls of the air. For it repenteth me that I have made them. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. The words here discussed may refer to metaphorically to any personal creature of God, angelic beings, or designated in speaking of inappropriateness of worshiping idols. Paul quotes Arcturus. We also are his offspring, thus applying the concept of inter-human race. Adam was the son of God, the meaning of the sons of God. Where we stand today, the point of it being is that everything has got so far out of proportion, people don't remember anything about this. I can't help to think that I've been out of pocket, I guess, most of all my life. I never really understood that the all the get-togethers and all the friendships and all the possibilities about being this, that, and the other. I always took it for granted as just eat, sleep, work, go home, mind my own business. And the Father made sure that I did that. The thing that you got to understand is that Jesus, died for your sins on the cross, and he rose from the dead, and he went up in a cloud to the Father, okay, and sits at his right hand. Now understand that maybe that don't mean much to you, okay? Maybe you don't have that understanding. Maybe you was raised in a different household. Maybe you was raised under different conditions, different understandings. Like I said, whenever I met a pagan for the first time in my life, and never thought that there would be pagans in the first time in my life, that was kind of wild. Now, I can deal with Satan. I can deal with witchy woo-ha. I can deal with demons. I can deal with all these things, all the actions that we have. But, as far as understanding, I understand it here in the book as paganism. But the point, you never thought you'd bump into one, I bumped into everything else. So understand that the surprise is totally surprising to me. That's the reason why I've been woke up. Understand that, you're a children of God, the Most High. Okay? You don't have the understanding about where you come from because principalities pushed against you and spun you up. And all these metaphorical words that they're using on you to keep you tied up still in the same cycle. Because once you realize that you're your own planet, that you're your own entity, and that nobody controls you, okay? Only the Father does by the 10 commandments of sin, okay? This is how you know what's wrong and what's right. So you look up in the 10 commandments: precepts, statutes, commandments, testimonies, and understand that the world, these commandments were made for you to understand the principality of the world. But you didn't understand that how they use decrees and statutes in the ways that twist you up, like mental illness. I've seen lots of different types of mental illness. Okay, I had a uncle that was not quite right, and the thing about it was he was probably special, and we just didn't know. Brilliant, that we just didn't know. The point of it being is that you have been told that you have a mental capacity of this, that, and the other. The mental part of it is the fear. Okay, understand the fear. Getting over fear, you can only do that with the Father. Okay, everybody can teach you to get there, to get there, to get there, and then you just almost break over, and then all of a sudden, what do you got? You're back into a spin cycle, and you're back to somebody telling you what to do again. The point of eating and digesting it and understanding all your issues, you have to take and pull those issues out on the table. And your truth, when you lay it with the Father, okay, when you lay that truth with the Father, each one of those are going to hurt, okay? I know there's all kinds of trauma and all kinds of stress and all kinds of actual things. But when you pull it out on the table, when you actually bring it out to think about it and what had happened, then the Father will spin you up. Okay? You'll feel the fear, and you'll roll with it a little while, and then you'll finally understand the Father's got this. Then you'll go on and something else. You'll come in, you'll digest it, and you'll lay it all on the table. You'll spin it out. Look here, it may take some time. But the thing about it is, you can spend millions of dollars trying to get yourself out of a spin cycle, or you can spin it with the Father. And He will, look, Jesus is right there with His hand on you, okay? And the Father is giving you a download, an affirmation. When you see these affirmations, it's nothing in bad in any way, shape, or form. What has happened to you was bad, okay? Wasn't good. It's the same as understanding the children of Nephilim and how he was, the heart of man was bad. It's not the heart of man, it was the flesh of man with the heart, once the heart was taken over. But your heart's not taken over, okay? The ice cream, the mind and the heart, how you like ice cream. And once you bite that ice cream, once you realize that the second that you bite that ice cream, everything vanishes. Everything. All you're looking for is the taste and the quality of the ice cream, okay? Or the bite of the ice cream cone. That second, that what you're looking for is right there, okay? Same way as the Father. It happens just so easily, and you spend time with Him, and you're going to roll around, okay? It's going to be tough. It's going to be rolling around. And then all of a sudden, something will happen, and it will be funny. And you may laugh for 2 or 3 days over it. I did. So understand that You're the wonderful children of God. He hasn't let go of you, okay? You just don't have the mindset. The mindset is biblical, okay? Understand that maybe you don't know anything about the Bible. Well, Psalms 119, read it. You won't understand part of it, but all of a sudden something will pop. And when it does, then you're going to go, okay, I'm going to look at this. I'm going to look at that. I'm going to look at this. This is exactly where I've been. And then you can go to Psalms 1 and start all the way through Psalms, and you'll see all of the prayers that are for you against wickedness, evil, against man, against all these things that we're pushing against you, okay? And you'll go, all right. And then you're going to go into a spin cycle again. It's going to hurt some more. Then you're going to stay in it to win it because guess what? You just got your first download, the first part of your information. And then you're not going to stop. You'll get hungry and you'll start going through it and through it and through it. And you'll start finding, and then you'll see in one of these pages in the Bible, God's Word, where you see your footsteps, every one of them. I did. There's two different parts in the Bible that I've seen. I mean, my footsteps, one right after another. Okay? So understand, the Father's got you. Jesus has got his hands right on you. Just always say, Jesus, 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 I need help. Father, I need you. And guess what? They're there. And now let me tell you something. When I tell you legions of angels, that's the truth. You are angeled up. Once you keep Jesus on your lips, you are angeled up, okay? And everybody is focused on you, repairing you, okay? If you could see the other side of the veil, okay? You're a walking planet or a dwarf star, maybe, but you're a planet. Now, as you're walking through the veil, the space, your body is moving through the space. They're all around you, okay? Understand, this is going on 24/7. This is a fight that you wanted to take on. And guess what? You got the armor of God all the way around you, okay? That's all the angels. That's Jesus. That's the Father looking at you, at your truth. When you bring that truth out, no matter what it would be, and you lay it on the table, spin it up, because it's going to get that way. You're going to get spun up, and you're going to go, and all those things that had happened is going to hurt when they come out. Understand that. Now, the Word of God. Hear the word of the Father, okay? He's talking to every one of you out there. And at this time, something's up. Something's coming on. If you're not saved, hey, go to church with a friend. Go to church with somebody. Hey, if you got a friend that's not saved, bring them to church. The community thing. Look, if it don't go back to community, and if Father doesn't see everything going on, you know what's going to happen. Okay? This earth will be laid scorched. Okay? And there's no eternal life. So explore it, get to know it, get to know the Father, get to know Jesus, and get ready for the spin up. Because once you get out the other side, look at me. Okay? I'm 10 foot tall and bulletproof. And I'm happy camper. I still stay in a high power level, but I'm up. I'm playing chess instead of checkers. And that's the way you will be. So understand that the Father's got you, and he loves you very much. I love you guys very much myself. I know who every one of you are, okay? I see everything that you go through. And the thing about it is, understand this. I am with you, heart, mind, and soul. I pray for every one of you every night, okay? So understand, Father hasn't let go of you. You just need to grab a hold of Father. And when you do, get ready for the ride of your life, because right now his room is exploding. Okay, I went through that, and I'm supposed to, there was a part I was going to read back here. I don't know what it was here. The Lord convinces Job of ignorance. How many people we talking to out there? How many people? Hey, I've been there, done this. Been there, done this. The Lord, the most high, righteous, and love, answered Job out of the whirlwind and said, Who is this that darkeneth counsel by words without knowledge? Gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee and answer thou me. Where wast thou when I laid the foundations of the earth? Declare, if thou hast understanding. Who hath laid the measure thereof, if thou knowest? Or who hath stretched the line upon it, or upon the foundation thereof fastened? Or who laid the cornerstone thereof? When the morning stars sang together, and all the sons of God shouted for joy. The sons of man, the sons of God. Or who shut up the seas with the doors when it brake forth, as if it had issued out of the womb? When I made the cloud the garment thereof, and thick darkness and swaddling band for it, and break up for it my decreed place, and set bars at the door, and said, Hitherto shalt thou come, but no further, and here shall thou proud waves be stayed. Hast thou commanded the morning since the days, and caused the day spring to know his place, that it might take hold of the ends of the earth, that the wicked might be shaken out of it? It is turned as clay to the seal, and they stand as a garment. And from the wicked their light is withholden, and the high arm shall be broken. Hast thou entered into the spring of the sea, or hast thou walked in the search of the depth? Have thou gates of death been opened unto thee? Or hast thou seen the doors of the shadow of death? Hast thou perceived that breadth of the earth? Declare if thou knowest it all. Where is the way where the light dwelleth? And as for darkness, where is the place thereof? That thou shouldest take into the bond thereof, and thou shouldest know the pass to the house thereof. Knowest thou it because thou wast then born, or became the number of the days is great? Hast thou entered into the treasure of the snow, or hast thou seen the treasure of the hail, which I have reserved against them the time of the trouble, against the day of battle and war? By what way is the light parted, which stretcheth the east wind upon the earth? Who hath divided the watercourse for the overflowing of waters, or a way from the lightning or thunder, to cause it to rain on the earth where no man is, or the wilderness wherein there is no man, to satisfy the desolate and wasted ground, and to cause the bud of the tender herb to spring forth? Hath the rain a father? Or who hath begotten the drops of dew, out of whose womb came the ice, and the hoarfrost of heaven? Who hath gendered it? The waters are hid as with stone, and the face of the deep is frozen. Canst thou bend the sweet influence of Pleiades, or loose the bands of Orion? Canst thou bring forth Mazzaroth in his season? Or canst thou guide Arcturus with his son? Knowest thou ordinance of heaven? Canst thou set the dominion thereof in the earth? canst thou lift up the voice to the clouds, that abundance of waters may cover thee? Canst thou send lightning, that they may go and say unto thee, Here we are? Who hath put wisdom in the inward parts? Or who hath given understanding to the heart? Who can number the clouds in wisdom? Or who can stay the bottles of heaven? When the dust groweth into hardness, and the clods cleave fast together, wilt thou hunt the prey of the lion, or fill the appetite of the young lions? When thou couch in their dens, and abide in the covert to lie in wait, who provideth for the raven his food, when his young ones cry unto God, the most high, righteous, and love, the wonder for lack of meat. This whole part here, the whole understanding, the Lord convinces Job of ignorance. This is you, okay, and me, and everybody out there that always thinks that you're living a life, okay? You're living life to chase a new cell phone. You're living life to chase a new car. You're living life. Look, all these things are instruments, okay? They're not of God. They are God's, okay, no matter what. But they're not of God. And the point that you understand that everybody's got this, everybody's got that, everybody's social this, social that, social media, social, it's kind of a double-edged sword about everything you do. When I made the cloud the garment thereof, and thick darkness a swaddling band for it, and break up for it my decreed place, and set bars at the doors, and said, Hereunto shalt thou come, but no further, and here shall thou proud waves be stayed. The point of not understanding that you're your own planet with the Father, that's one, okay? The understanding when you're spending time with Him in the morning or in the afternoon, or maybe both, or maybe all day. Maybe you just want to sit in the field and watch butterflies and listen to the Father all day. But understand that the way this is coming down is that you've been pressed on all your life. And this has been generational. It's not just one part or just one thing. It's been pressed against you for a long time. You just didn't know it. I never have been in the system kind of the way everybody else does. I lived a solitude life. I had family. I've been married. I've been all these things. The point of it being is that you realize at the point that this no longer serves you. How does that work out? Well, you got to pull back because you're still in the spin cycle and you're still chasing it. Same as me. I was always chasing it. I spent, like I said, 20-something years working 712s all over the United States. And, what do you have at the end of it? You still have the same amount of bills, just cost more. The more money you make, the more it takes. The less you pull everything down to accumulation. How do I accumulate the wealth that I'm looking for? How do I generate it? Well, it starts by cutting cost. It starts by less movement. It starts by less action to reaction. People will sell you anything, And the thing about it is, it's the truth, I'll have to charge for my services at some point. The point of it being is that I'm not going to charge on this. The point being is that I have to make a living too, just like everybody else. And you do too. But the choice how you make that living and what you throw it away at. Me, it was back in the day, we used to go out and eat once a week. We'd all get together and we'd all go have pizza, or we'd all go have a steak, or we'd all go, do all these things. We'd pick one day. And then maybe there's something else going on, maybe the state fair, or maybe the the 4-H building was having the big 4-H deal, and we'd go to that, or we would, go to New York. Who knows? But it was always under a part where you were saving more than you were spending. And the understanding that the point of where you're at today is it's all digital. And the point being is you're not safe. No matter what you do with your digital, with your they made it to where they could steal. Okay? And they're stealing billions. A tenth of a cent is what they're thieving. And it's billions and billions of dollars. Nobody can see it. Nobody registers it. Nobody misses one penny after 10 months because it's broke up in tenths. So understand that these people are going to turn this to their way one way or another. So how do you recognize that and how do you follow that? Well, I can't tell you I'm not a financial guru for everybody else. Me, myself, is just more or less cutting everything out. All the fat is gone. So understand that your accumulation, say you grow a garden, you don't spend that money out there on buying produce or buying something from somewhere else, a canned good that's got poison in it anyways. So understand that. But the thing that you got to really understand is pulling back, spending time with the Father. And like I said, if you're hurting and you're in pain and you just don't know how to do this, I'm telling you how, okay? I'm telling you exactly what you need to do is if you spend time with the Father, and look here, you're going to have to be truthful. The truth will set you free. So honestly, you've done something wrong. Maybe you unalive somebody, God forbid. You're going to have to lay that on the table with the Father. And guess what? You will be under judgment. Okay? Because all those things that you've done bad, that's judgment. And to get rid of it is to spin it out. To realize what you've done was wrong. To really realize it. And the Father will make you really realize it. One at a time. You might deal with one thing. And it may take a day. It may take a minute. It may take a month. But once you're over that and it keeps spiking, it's going to come at you. And you're going to go, I recognize that, but I don't care no more. It's not mine to carry. I already gave it to the Father. That's how this works, okay? And you walk out the other side. Let me tell you something. It is tough. I mean, the understanding that you have to do it by yourself to be the child you used to be, okay? You got to be in it to win it. And once you go in it, stay. Stay, 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 stay. And when you get out the other side with the Father, look here, there's blessings and gifts, okay, will be heaped upon you. Like I said, you're down here in the bottom floor of your stairs. You got to go all the way back up to where you was. And then you got to start your process all over again. But that's happiness, okay? That's not going depression. That's not going standing around, worrying about this, worrying about that. That's spending time with the Father, and He's just plucking that stuff right out of you. And you just don't know it. You feel like it's hurt and pain and all this stuff. It is. Don't get me wrong, it is. But He's pulling that out one at a time where it doesn't bother you no more. So anyways, got you 30 minutes. Guys, I love you. The Father loves you. Spend time with Him. I'll probably post this one later on for tonight, but understand that Jesus on your lips. Father's in you. Legions of angels. And the Father's remnant is floating. If you need help, just go to the Father. He'll take care of you. 100%. I promise. Okay? You just got to stay in it to win it. Well, anyways, we got a little rain today. I'm going to enjoy this. So, I am servant. I am definitely a Pisces. Y'all have a good one.